Hey everyone, MTG here and welcome to today's video. It's another 5 of the best. And with Kaladesh Remastered coming out very soon this week, I thought it's a good time to go over which cards I think will be the most impactful from this new set that's going to be put onto Arena for Historic. Now, there's 3 cards that have already been blocked out. They're not coming in, which are Smuggler's Copter and what else is there? There is Walking Ballista and the Feathered Guardian. These would have been very impactful, if not broken. So totally understandable why they're not in there. I would have thought, I was kind of thinking maybe Smuggler's Copter might have snuck through, but it is a very good card. Very broken, and yeah, but I'm a bit gutted by that. Obviously, Walking Ballista I would have loved in there for my colourless deck, but I can understand why that's not going to make it. So just before we get to the list as well, I want to give an honourable mention to one card that I think, you know, top 5 was very hard to make. I could have done top 10, but this is 5 of the best. Heart of Kieran, very, very good card. Crew 3, really good. It's just an absolute beater, this card. I used to play it in my mono green decks, so hopefully I'll be putting something like that together again. It stays away from Wraths. It can be, you know, it can be crewed by taking Loyalty off a Planeswalker. It's a 4/4 with flying and vigilance, and it's just a really, really powerful card. And I'm pretty sure it will make some impact into Historic. But without further ado, let's get to my 5 of the best that I think will make the most impactful moments in your Historic gameplay and games. So here we go with the first card, and it's back, and it's going to be amazing in Historic, and that is a Fatal Push. Destroy target creature if it has coveted mana cost 2 or less, has Revolt, destroy that creature if it has coveted mana cost 4 or less. Instead, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, so something like a Fabled Passage, or if you're playing on your budget and you got, you know, Evolving Wilds, anything like that, anything that leaves the battlefield, this can destroy something 4 or less. Absolutely amazing, and it's for 1 instant mana, 1 Black Swamp mana. This card sees play in basically every format it can, and I think every black deck that is going to be in Historic is probably going to be playing Fatal Push. It's just premium removal. And for control decks, for like me, because, you know, there's definitely a Dimir control deck that I'll be building, this is going to be automatically a 4 of. It, you know, removal doesn't get much better than this. I remember when it was in Standard, it was just amazing. And Fatal Push, without a doubt, is going to make a huge impact into Historic. And now we go for a card. A very, very exciting card, Aetherworks Marvel. How long will it last in Historic? I'm not too sure. 4 mana, whenever a permanent you control is put into a graveyard, you get an energy counter, because energy is back with this Kaladesh Remastered set. What you can do with this is tap it to pay 6 energy, look at the top 6 cards in your library, you may cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost, put the rest of them in the bottom of your library. Well, we do have some huge creatures in Historic. We have cards like the Eldrazi, Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, that could potentially just be cheated in. I can see, you know, this card being heavily played. There's going to be decks out there. There used to be a Timor Aetherworks Marvel deck, from what I remember, that was really good and took, I think, did it win a Pro Tour? It definitely top 80 the Pro Tour. Definitely, without a doubt. It used the cards like Whirler Virtuoso, Rogue Refiner, and good cards like that. We've got Attune with the Ether, so you build up your energy that way, and then you tap and just cheat stuff in there. And you're going to be running probably 4 Ulamog in there because you want to be drawing that card. And Ulamog is such a finisher. You know, the big 10/10, exiles 2 target permanents, and then just mills your opponent as well. Aetherworks Marvel is definitely going to have some brews around it, and it's going to be very impactful because cheating Ulamog is pretty decent. The next card on my list is a very cool Planeswalker that comes back, Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Played in different formats, played in Modern, played in Pioneer, I think, as well. This is just a really strong Planeswalker. 4 mana, 4 loyalty, +1, exile the top card of your library. You may cast that card. If you don't, Chandra of Defiance does 2 damage to each opponent. Also has another +1 where you can ramp out something and, you know, use the double red. -3, 4 damage to target creature. And the emblem, whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to target creature or player. This is great for control as well. It's great in a lot of different decks. Getting that emblem is super strong, and it's just an automatic game winner without a doubt. Very, very cool card. The card that I mentioned at the start, Heart of Kieran, works very well with this as well. +1, you know, you put it onto the battlefield, you could crew and stuff like that. Just take the loyalty off with a plus. It just works very well, and it was, you know, it was in a bit of a tandem combo, I remember when playing it in standard. Powerful Planeswalker. There is another one in there as well, the green Vital Force, which I think is not quite as strong as this coming into Historic, but I definitely see Chandra seeing some play in a lot of decks. Now we get the Gearhulks back, and for me, not just because I'm a blue mage, but Torrential Gearhulk is just probably one of the, it's just an amazing card. You're going to be seeing this in all manner of control decks without a doubt, because it's just what they used to use as a finisher. You leave the mana up, as blue players always do, or control players. It has flash. Ends the battlefield, you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card we put in your graveyard, you get to exile it. But it's a great way of flashing in a massive 5/6 blocker as well. And it just, you know, you can cast. There's so many great instant cards that could be in your graveyard that you can cast. What's good about this as well is obviously the body on it, 5/6. Was always compared as like the big Snapcaster, but obviously it's not in the class of Snapcaster Mage. But it is a big 5/6 body, but it does cost 6. You know, Snapcaster Mage was 2. So that's a little bit different. But still, you know how powerful this is because it gets played in other formats. And, well, you will see Total MTG. You will see this play this card quite a lot when he plays Historic, without a doubt. So now we go to a card that I think is going to be very, very impactful, and that is Sram Senior Edificer. It's been a lot talked about because there's some very good aura decks, enchantment decks out there. The core Spirit Dancer deck is very prominent, and this could be the card that makes it, you know, just that slightly better, and maybe, you know, push it up the meta ranking. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, you get to draw a card. 2/2, it costs 1 and a white. Legendary creature though, so it is legendary, so you're not going to get obviously multiple of these on the field because of the old legendary rule, but you're going to want 4 of these in your deck without a doubt, because the draw card is going to be amazing, and you're just going to be pumping up, and that deck for me is already pretty strong. You know, mono white enchantments, you could go the blue white enchantments. I think it's, you know, it's a very, very good deck, and Sram is definitely going to see play. And to me, it's one of the most impactful cards because it could really push that deck to make it, you know, a lot stronger than it already is. And, you know, if you're going to want to be ranking your ladder, this is probably one of the decks that you will want to play with. Sram, very nice addition, like the rest of these cards as well. I'm so excited about Historic because we're getting, you know, so many good cards put back in there. Fun cards like Panharmonicons coming back, and cards like that are going to be really good to build around cards. And then you get your powerhouses like these cards that I think I've mentioned here for me. Torrential Gearhulks, you know, best removal in Fatal Push, and then you've got the vehicles coming in, not to mention the energy decks that are going to be going around as well. Very exciting times for Historic, but these are 5 of the best for me that are coming from Kaladesh Remastered. Love to know what your thoughts are on any of these, and, you know, obviously there's not cards I've missed, it's just they didn't make my list. There's cards that, you know, let me know in the comments what you think will be really, really good as well from this set. Final thing before I go, big shout out to my Patreons. I really do appreciate all your support. Like I said in the previous video, I'm on furlough now, and that extra support is mind blowing to me, and I absolutely, you know, I love it, and I'm so appreciative. You're all the best. But liking the videos, commenting and subscribing is a huge way to support me as well, so thank you to everyone that does that. Next video will be out again tomorrow. Not sure what it'll be yet though. I'll keep it as a surprise for you, maybe a bit of gameplay. But hey, thanks a lot for taking the time to watch the video today, and I'll see you all very soon.